I didn't know until this moment what the rightful course to pursue was.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for film casts that had issues with one actor in particular.
No way, I pick. You're Mr. Pink.
Number 30, Bordello of Blood, Dennis Miller. The least any actor can do is be a team player. For this cult classic vampire flick, comedian Dennis Miller couldn't even do that.
I feel like I'm in a bad Tales from the Crypt episode.
Not only did he improvise a majority of his dialogue, but there were days in which he wouldn't show up to film at all. This forced his scene partners, such as Angie Everhart, to act opposite a script supervisor instead. Before long, the cast grew angry with him.
Are you crazy?
Why is that crazy?
Corey Feldman had his own grievances about Miller's attitude and has called out everything from his treatment of the crew to his unenthusiastic promotion of the movie. His disdain for the project led to a negative experience for everyone involved, and likely led to at least one professional bridge being burned.
Because I advance the singular theory that the perpetrator of our crimes is an eternal spirit who sustains itself solely through the intake of human hemoglobin through a set of protracted fangs.
Shut up, Rafe.
Number 29, Life of Crime, Jennifer Aniston. Introvert or diva? Ask the cast of Life of Crime, and they might tell you that Jennifer Aniston falls more into the second category.
Have you met Mickey, my wife?
No, hi, Mickey.
Ray Sheldon.
Nice to meet you.
She's the other trophy in my life.
While the dark comedy was being made, the actress supposedly kept to herself. While there's nothing wrong with that in theory, it seemed to come at the cost of forming a bond with her fellow performers.
Mickey, okay?
Uh-huh.
One source claimed she wouldn't eat meals with them, and that she insisted on using her own private deluxe vehicle, rather than the vans the other actors took. The anonymous insider added on that even her trailer was isolated, and reportedly stationed miles from where they filmed. Although she reportedly wasn't outwardly mean, she came across as more standoffish than anticipated.
Are you mad at anybody?
No, not at all.
Number 28, Magic Mike, Alex Pettyfer. While his feud with Channing Tatum got the most buzz, his behavior towards the rest of the cast ended up being brushed under the rug.
Where are you from? Citrus Springs?
Alex Pettyfer clashed with the lead of Magic Mike during filming, which supposedly resulted in him being excluded from certain promotional material.
You can do this. Because I know you can. You can do it.
According to one insider, Pettyfer acted as though he was above other performers and was reportedly rude to just about everyone on set. The rumors didn't help his reputation, especially since he'd been called out on similar behavior during other projects. His alleged beef with Tatum may have been the reason he wasn't in the sequels, but if the stories are true, then it's likely the rest of his co-stars also didn't want him to return.
So can you smile? And can you look at me?
Number 27, the Star Wars franchise, Anthony Daniels. As R2-D2 and C-3PO, they were best friends. In real life, however, Kenny Baker and Anthony Daniels were anything but, and it was reportedly all due to the latter.
Where do you think you're going? Well, I'm not going that way.
In 2005, Baker aired out his grievances against the performer, recalling a moment where Daniels was rude to him and claiming that he refused to interact with the other actors.
How would you know the hyperdrive is deactivated?
The beef apparently didn't begin and end with Baker, however. In a 2011 interview, the R2-D2 actor went on to say that Daniels felt he was above all of the actors, and that no one in the cast had a single nice thing to say about him. While others like Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill haven't confirmed the claims, they haven't exactly denied them either.
Sir, might I suggest that you... It can wait.
Number 26, Mansion of Blood, Gary Busey. Having a poor relationship with the rest of the cast can have lasting consequences.
Welcome to Mayhem Mayhew Mansion.
Gary Busey knows that all too well, with his poor treatment of others resulting in him being fired during the filming of horror film Mansion of Blood.
Now you think this is a terrible party? Be gone with yourself.
There were several claims that he was hard to work with during production, leading to the producers and his fellow actors becoming irritated with the seasoned performer. However, what truly landed him in hot water was an incident where he allegedly made crass remarks to a woman on set. Though the comment wasn't revealed, it was apparently bad enough to warrant his removal from the project. Busey's reps denied the claims, but none of his co-stars stepped up to defend him after the fact.
It's an honor to know you and be in your presence. That was weird.
Number 25, Fast and Furious franchise, Dwayne Johnson. After debuting in Fast 5 as Luke Hobbs, Johnson seemed to be a perfect fit for the series. Over the years, however, issues between him and multiple castmates have come to light.
The Toretto! You're under arrest.
Arrest? I don't feel like I'm under arrest. How about you, Brian?
Nah, not a bit.
It began in 2016 when Johnson posted on Instagram calling out multiple male co-stars. Shortly afterwards, an anonymous source claimed that Vin Diesel had several issues with Johnson due to his delaying filming. Things became worse once it became apparent that Johnson was going to split and star in a spin-off with Jason Statham. Tyrese Gibson was vocally opposed to the decision and lambasted Johnson online.
So now we work for the Hawk? That's what we doing? Why do I smell baby oil?
You keep running your pie hole, you're gonna smell an ass kicking.
He even threatened to drop out of the franchise entirely if Johnson appeared in F9. So much for family.
Not bad for a cop.
I never thought I'd trust a criminal. Till next time.
Till next time.
Number 24, To Kill a Mockingbird, James Anderson. A stellar performance came at the cost of his co-star's comfort. James Anderson didn't have an easy task when he was cast as Bob Ewell, the main antagonist in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Excuse me, Mr. Ewell, I'm very busy.
Hey, Captain, somebody told me just now that they thought that you believed Tom Robinson's story again, Iron. You know what I said? I said you wrong, man. You dead wrong.
However, he committed himself to portraying the shameless bigot, for better and for worse. He embodied the character so well that Mary Badham, who played Scout, recalled that she and other actors were unsettled by him, to the point they were scared every time he walked on set. He became so in tune with his character that it reportedly caused tension between him and Gregory Peck, who played his adversary.
You've taken his
You'll excuse me, Mr. Ewell.
What kind of man are you?
Though his methods resulted in an unforgettable performance, they may have had an overall negative impact on his professional relationships. Number 23, Groundhog Day, Bill Murray. Although he was hilarious as Phil Connors, his real-life behavior wasn't quite as funny.
This is one time where television really fails to capture the true excitement of a large squirrel predicting the weather.
Bill Murray clashed with several castmates during the filming of Groundhog Day, leaving no one safe from his ire. He feuded with his on-screen love interest, Andie MacDowell, and has since admitted that he owed her an apology for it.
Well, what should we drink to?
To the Groundhog.
I always drink to world peace.
Michael Shannon thought the seasoned actor hated him after an embarrassing moment between takes, forcing director Harold Ramis to step in and mediate. Ramis, who also played the neurologist, had his own issues with Murray. He was frank about the comedian's lack of professionalism, from showing up late to being needlessly cruel to others on set. It's no wonder the two didn't speak for years after the project wrapped.
You know, you want a prediction about the weather. You're asking the wrong Phil. I'll give you a winter prediction. It's gonna be cold, it's gonna be gray, and it's gonna last you for the rest of your life.
Number 22, Lincoln, Daniel Day-Lewis. Given that he's known for method acting, it's no surprise that he applied that technique while playing the 16th President of the United States.
And whether any of you or anyone else knows it, I know I need this.
To stay in character, Daniel Day-Lewis had several demands for the rest of the cast. To start, it was made clear that no one should engage in small talk with him.
The people elected me to represent them, to lead them, and I lead. You ought to try it.
I admire your zeal, Mr. Stevens, and I have tried to profit from the example of it.
Fellow actor Jared Harris recalled that he nor anyone with an English accent were allowed to speak with it on set, so they wouldn't throw him off. As if that wasn't preposterous enough, Day-Lewis insisted that everyone refer to him as Mr. Lincoln, or Mr. President, while speaking to him. Though he's undoubtedly one of the greatest actors of his time, working with him appears to be a challenge.
I suppose it's time to go. Though I would rather stay.
Number 21, Apocalypse Now, Marlon Brando. There are numerous stories of Marlon Brando being a diva, including on the set of this classic war film.
Are you an assassin? I'm a soldier. You're neither.
He started things off poorly by refusing to join the shoot for months, which halted production and forced his co-stars to brave extreme conditions on set. When he did arrive, he was out of shape, refused to learn his lines, and paused filming again so that he could collect his full salary.
It's impossible through words to describe what is necessary to those who do not know.
He also clashed with fellow actor Dennis Hopper, which resulted in him refusing to be on set with him for the rest of the project. Each of his decisions negatively impacted his castmates and made the already stressful project even more of an ordeal.
What did you expect?
Number 20, Boogie Nights, Burt Reynolds. Being on the same page on a film set is especially important in the adult industry, or a prestige production about it.
No, I understand. You gotta get them in the theater, you know? You gotta keep the seats full. But I don't want to make a film where they show up, they sit down, they jack off, and they get up and they get out before the story ends. It is my dream, it is my goal, it is my idea to make a film that the story just sucks them in.
Burt Reynolds openly hated the experience of making the acclaimed Boogie Nights. His disdain for the subject matter and directing style put him at odds with young Paul Thomas Anderson. Apparently, the cast wasn't much happier. In a 2022 interview with Vulture, William H. Macy described Reynolds as clueless about the film's tone and resented him changing his attitude after getting an Oscar nomination.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, I want to be in business with you, Ed.
Mark Wahlberg believes this behavior may have cost Reynolds the award. Everyone agrees that he gave the performance of a lifetime in Boogie Nights, but it's implied that his lack of professionalism between takes turned everyone off.
You see, Eddie, the Colonel here, he puts up all the money for our films. It's an important part of the process.
Number 19, Chinatown, Faye Dunaway.
So let's just drop the whole thing. Sugar, lemon, or both?
Both, Mrs. Mulray.
Yes, Mr.
I don't
Peters?
want to drop it. I better talk to your husband about this.
Why? What on earth for?
As respected for her craft as she is notorious for her on-set difficulty, Faye Dunaway was also known to Jack Nicholson as the dreaded Dunaway. Her tension with Roman Polanski on the set of his neo-noir masterpiece Chinatown is already well documented.
It's flawed in the iris.
They would get into shouting matches over things like Polanski adjusting Dunaway's hair without warning. Although she would call out the director as an authoritarian, much of the cast and crew reportedly felt Dunaway's wrath. When she requested that Nicholson not simulate their famous slap scene, he didn't object that much to her commitment.
I said I want the truth.
It ultimately paid off, with Dunaway receiving many accolades with the high praise for Chinatown. Unfortunately, her reputation among colleagues followed her as well. Number 18, The Royal Tenenbaums, Gene Hackman. The Wes Anderson dramedy The Royal Tenenbaums is considered a late standout in Gene Hackman's distinguished career. He didn't seem to agree.
At the moment, no. But it doesn't look good.
Hackman was frustrated by the modest production's flat cast salary and had heated creative conflicts with Anderson. On-screen wife Angelica Houston said that the whole cast was scared of the resentful actor.
What's wrong with you?
Damn. That's all.
Are you crazy?
Baby, I am dying.
And Bill Murray, who could never be described as the easiest guy to work with, told the Associated Press that Hackman was really difficult. This reflected the general sentiments of the cast, though Gwyneth Paltrow posted about the joy in working with such a legend after his passing in 2025. Alas, the beloved The Royal Tenenbaums wasn't a joy for Hackman, and everyone knew it.
She said that? Great. Got the sucker on the ropes.
Number 17, The Usual Suspects, Kevin Spacey.
People say I talk too much.
Production on the crime drama classic The Usual Suspects was temporarily halted by an investigation into sexual harassment allegations. Audiences have their own prime suspect in hindsight, but after Kevin Spacey was hit with multiple allegations of inappropriate behavior in 2017, Gabriel Byrne told the Sunday Times that this came as no surprise.
My guess is you'll never hear from him again.
"That's Kevin" was apparently a common phrase on the set. The Usual Suspects was said to be a difficult shoot anyway, notably marking the beginning of a long-standing feud between Stephen Baldwin and Kevin Pollak. Byrne's insinuation, however, is that everyone was disturbed by Spacey's sleazy disposition, as if his Oscar-winning performance hasn't been spoiled enough by real twists in our perception of the actor.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And like that, he's gone.
Number 16, The Canyons, Lindsay Lohan. What should have been Lindsay Lohan's bold return to form wound up further setting back her scandalized career. Scathing reviews aside, the erotic thriller The Canyons is known for the bad press surrounding the lead actress.
I don't know. I guess I'd like to keep some parts of my life private.
Director Paul Schrader was particularly frustrated by her providing no press at the Venice Film Festival. Of course, this merely punctuated a working relationship marred by Lohan's tardiness and demanding behavior.
Don't go there. It's hard for me too, okay? It's hard for me too. That's why I tried helping you with the movie, because I care. But you don't have to go and say things that are gonna hurt me.
Adult film star James Dean said that her disrespect for his mainstream turn further raised tensions on set. Lohan's volatility can of course be attributed to her struggles with substance use disorder, which she has since overcome. Of course, she may never fully live down the word of the director and cast of The Canyons.
No, you're telling me this because you're jealous and a little drunk. God, it's such a gold thing to do.
Number 15, Man on the Moon, Jim Carrey. Ironically, comedy legend Andy Kaufman's lack of professionalism is what made Jim Carrey's extreme professionalism such a burden on the set of Man on the Moon.
I want to be the biggest star in the world.
People love comedians.
I'm not a comedian. I don't do jokes. I don't even know what's funny.
The biopic chronicles Kaufman's rise and fall as an eccentric provocateur, prankster, and altogether unreliable colleague. Carrey's dedicated method acting meant maintaining that behavior at all times during the production, much to the annoyance of the cast and crew.
What are you doing? I do not wrestle men! I am gonna sue you, Lawler! I am a national TV star!
His immersion into Kaufman's crass alter ego, Tony Clifton, had to have been especially frustrating. The end result was a brilliant performance that should have advanced Carrey as a serious actor. Instead, Man on the Moon established his reputation for being a serious pain with his dramatic commitment.
You don't know the real me.
There isn't a real you.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Number 14, Charlie's Angels, Bill Murray.
What do you call this?
For every memorable fan experience, there's an unflattering anecdote about working with Bill Murray. This was part of the fun until allegations of serious harassment began to emerge in the 2020s. Chief among them was Lucy Liu's account of tension throughout the production of the first Charlie's Angels movie, which got physical over a heated scene. Murray's efforts to prepare his scene partner with inexcusable and unacceptable comments prompted a violent response.
That's a very nice costume, young lady.
It glows in the dark.
Co-stars Drew Barrymore and Cameron Diaz supported Liu as she elaborated on this incident over the coming years. It was then that we understood the scope of Murray's conflicts during production, and why Bernie Mac took on the Bosley role for Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Bosley!
What's happening, angels?
Number 13, The Cat in the Hat, Mike Myers. There were no fuzzy feelings for the live-action The Cat in the Hat among grown-ups. According to a 2016 AV Club interview with Amy Hill, working with Mike Myers was its own misery. The actor was a total diva, frequently hiding out in his trailer and interacting mostly with a team of assistants to meet his demands.
Dirty hoe!
He actively avoided casting crew in between takes, tarnishing any lively mood on the already grueling production. Myers didn't try to hide that The Cat in the Hat was a legal obligation after he canceled another production over a disappointing script he wrote himself. That's still no excuse for him making his co-stars on this film and others feel unappreciated.
I think there's something wrong with your brakes. When's the last time you had them checked?
Number 12, The Prince and the Showgirl, Marilyn Monroe. The so-called quintessential blonde bombshell worked hard to be taken seriously as an actress.
You know, you do need more love in your life. I never met anyone who needed it more.
Directed by and starring the towering Laurence Olivier, The Prince and the Showgirl sadly didn't bring much credibility to Marilyn Monroe. In a 2012 interview with The Telegraph, co-star Joan Kent confirmed the legend of Moreau's tardiness, script issues, and over-reliance on her acting coach. It was apparent that her mental health and substance use disorder had become unmanageable. She was such a burden on The Prince and the Showgirl that Kent remarked that the experience aged Olivier 15 years. Since Monroe's tragic death in 1962, audiences have regarded her as an icon beyond her beauty, and debated how her colleagues interpreted her obvious struggles.
Oh, I don't need any rescuing. I'm having a lovely time. Elsie, you're a wicked girl. No, I'm not. Not yet.
Number 11, Blade Trinity, Wesley Snipes. This threequel's dip in quality mirrors its production issues with star Wesley Snipes at the center. Patton Oswalt called Snipes crazy in a hilarious way, claiming he spent most days smoking in his trailer, refused to break character, and strangled director David S. Goyer.
Wall of pot stench would just like, whoa, and like kind of push you to the side, and then he would only answer to the name Blade.
Where Oswalt found humor in Snipes' alleged behavior, Jessica Biel thought the Blade actor was a little unnerving. Snipes also reportedly called Ryan Reynolds a racial slur. According to Oswalt, the filmmakers intentionally gave Reynolds the worst jokes and puns, so they could cut to Wesley's face not doing anything, because that's all they could get from him.
All the vampires go bye-bye. So, can we just go right ahead and sign you up for one of our secret Night Stalker Dakota rings?
Everyone was seemingly unified in making fun of Snipes, who reconciled with Reynolds 20 years later in Deadpool and Wolverine.
I want to talk to you. And I was like, I hate this guy. No, this is a joke. We've been playing this for like 2 decades. We've actually liked each other the whole time.
Number 10, American Psycho, Christian Bale. Christian Bale is another actor known for going method. Well, this has resulted in some great performances. You can imagine how stressful this might be for Bale's co-stars, especially with serial killer Patrick Bateman.
I'm very sorry, sir.
J&B straight and a Corona.
Would you like to hear the...
Double absolute martini.
Yes, sir. Would you like to hear the specials?
Not if you want to keep your spleen.
While Bale didn't go too far, Chloe Sevigny found it difficult to socialize with him, saying, "Working with Christian was pretty hard because I didn't know this whole method thing."
I think if you stay, something bad will happen. I think I might hurt you.
Years later, when they re-teamed on Ford vs. Ferrari, Josh Lucas told Bale all of the other actors thought that he was the worst actor they'd ever seen during the production of American Psycho. Lucas changed his tune after seeing Bale's performance in the finished film. Even so, Bale was in the dark about how his co-stars felt.
And we could not get through the scene at all because the crew was busting up, I was busting up. It's a funny movie if you're a sick bastard like I am.
Number 9, Blue Collar, Richard Pryor. There's no denying that Richard Pryor was a one-of-a-kind talent. With a history of heavy substance use, though, he wasn't always the easiest person to work with. This was apparent on the set of Blue Collar.
God knows I tried, man.
While there were tensions across the ensemble, Pryor was arguably the main source of conflict. Pryor reportedly didn't get along with Yaphet Kotto or Harvey Keitel, constantly arguing with them. Matters grew especially aggressive between Pryor and Keitel, who threw an ashtray's contents at the camera in response to his co-star's prolonged ad-libs.
Don't you aim at all?
What the hell are you talking about? That has a little curve to it. I'm just setting them up for the bet. I have a new technique. It's called radar.
In retaliation, Pryor had his bodyguard beat Keitel. Pryor also allegedly attacked Kotto with a chair. The animosity extended to director Paul Schrader, who accused Pryor of pulling a gun on him.
It's all right. Let me talk to the new steward. Yeah, let him talk to me. Tell me about how you like the working man.
Number 8, Fury, Shia LaBeouf. The real battle in this World War II film was between Shia LaBeouf and his fellow actors. No stranger to erratic behavior, LaBeouf got into character by having a tooth removed and giving himself scars.
I'll sing it if you don't do that.
You just touch your mustache.
Don't touch your mustache.
Brady. Why does that bother you so much?
Fool, I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you, I swear.
He also stopped bathing, much to the annoyance of Logan Lerman, Jason Isaacs, and Brad Pitt. The young actor was reportedly sent to a bed and breakfast to distance himself from the rest of the cast. There were also fistfights during production, although LaBeouf says this was part of a bonding experience suggested by director David Ayer.
It's a hard environment, you know, it's a hard environment, but you learn to love each other to the point where you don't want to go nowhere. You know, none of us wanted to leave the tank.
LaBeouf claims tensions de-escalated as the shoot wrapped, and his co-stars all love each other. According to the Mail on Sunday, though, several people on set spoke out against him, including Pitt and Ayer.
When you put a bunch of guys in extreme circumstances like that, and everyone's trying to make the best movie possible, you know, and there's a bunch of testosterone, there's gonna be, you know, some clashing of the heads.
Number 7, Out for Justice, Steven Seagal. Few actors have a worse reputation than Steven Seagal. It's safe to say he didn't make many friends during the production of this action thriller.
Because those bullets could have saved you a lot of pain. I like pain, you know.
Seagal supposedly had co-star William Forsythe's screen time reduced, fearing he was better than him. Despite this, Forsythe said, "A part of me that really liked Seagal, but then there's that other side." Juliana Margulies was less forgiving, finding Seagal so scary that she didn't want to be alone in the same room with him.
And I figured if I just survived in a hotel room with an action star and a gun without getting hurt, I could take a subway ride home and pay off my credit card. So that's what I did.
No cast member grew to hate Seagal more than an up-and-coming John Leguizamo, who later worked with him again in Executive Decision, where a physical altercation broke out. Leguizamo has since repeatedly made fun of Seagal, even basing his character from The Menu on him.
All right, it's Steven Seagal, who I base it on. Well, he's a bully, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's getting older, so if he catches me on a red carpet, I'll be able to run away.
Number 6, Suicide Squad, Jared Leto. Jared Leto's turn as the Joker received more attention for his off-screen behavior. Leto allegedly sent the cast an assortment of disturbing gifts, including used condoms, sex toys, and a dead pig.
So many weird things. I can't even begin to tell you the weird things I got.
Some cast members tried putting a smile on Leto's methods. Margot Robbie was initially disgusted by the live rat Leto gifted her, although she wound up keeping it as a pet. Others struggled to see the joke. Viola Davis called Leto's gifts horrific, saying that he did some bad things.
I almost had like my pepper spray out, you know?
Well, you're bad from Law and Order.
Yeah, you remember that bullet you sent me?
Adewale Akinoye Agbaje found Leto's actions downright selfish, not wanting his dirty leftovers.
Don't send me your dirty leftovers. That just isn't right. You see why you ain't part of the squad,
That's
right?
what you're upset about, not the actual gift, just that you weren't invited to the party.
No, you can see why you ain't part of the squad, right? That's just downright selfish.
In response to online backlash, Leto said, "If I do something risky and you don't like it, basically, you can kiss my ass." Try telling that to your co-stars, Mr. J.
I mean, the Joker is somebody who doesn't really respect things like personal space or boundaries.
Number 5, The Island of Dr. Moreau, Val Kilmer. This production nightmare faced numerous obstacles, including an unpredictable Marlon Brando.
Look at yourself.
I understand that I must be shocking to you.
Val Kilmer was perhaps the most antagonistic figure, however. Brought on board as a substitute for Bruce Willis, Kilmer refused to work the required number of days, resulting in him being designated to a supporting role. When he showed up on set reportedly 2 days late, he brought a hostile attitude with him. Supposedly, this was because his marriage to Joanne Whalley was ending.
And I give all my gifts to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned.
In any case, Kilmer added toxicity to an already uneasy environment, giving actor Rob Morrow another reason to quit. Although director Richard Stanley was replaced with John Frankenheimer, this did little to calm Kilmer. In addition to allegedly feuding with Brando, Kilmer was accused of generally being a prep school jerk.
Val was smoking a cigarette, and he goes, and he starts to burn the end of this guy's hair during the take.
Number 4, Mutiny on the Bounty, Marlon Brando. Ho ho ho, we're not done with Brando yet. Dr. Moreau was far from the first production that Brando made difficult. 1962's Mutiny on the Bounty was not only one of the most expensive films at the time, but also one of the biggest flops. Much of the blame went to Brando, who was accused of being controlling, tardy, and uncooperative.
It's the privilege of every captain to decide when an emergency warrants the reduction of water rations. Who can deny there was an emergency?
Aside from clashing with director Louis Milestone, Brando didn't get along with his co-stars. Trevor Howard called Brando unprofessional and completely ridiculous, while Richard Harris described him as a large, dreadful nightmare.
In some strange way, he either didn't want to because of his method upbringing, everything should be real, his lines, or else he actually couldn't remember, but he couldn't remember lines.
Shooting one scene, Harris walked off the set and shouted to Brando, "When you're ready to work, call me." Milestone would describe the production as the mutiny of Marlon Brando.
What he would do is he'd do a scene with you, and he'd have, like, that's the camera there, say here, and he would have beside the camera a big board, and the lines would be on the board, you see.
Following its failure, Hollywood and Brando's career took significant turns. Number 3, Dazed and Confused, Shawn Andrews. This hangout comedy launched several careers, most notably Matthew McConaughey's.
I get older, they stay the same age.
In a way, McConaughey has Shawn Andrews to thank. Initially, Andrews' Kevin Pickford was going to have a more prominent part. Director Richard Linklater could tell that the other actors weren't responding to Andrews, however. Linklater even broke up a fight between Andrews and Jason London. As such, Linklater reduced Andrews' role and gave McConaughey more screen time. The only cast member Andrews gelled with was Mila Jovovich, who also had her role downsized.
You guys know what that song's about? It's about aliens. We're the aliens, man. We're the savages.
Jovovich and Andrews got hitched behind the scenes, although the marriage was annulled after 2 months.
It's kind of a little hard for me to remember things from Dazed and Confused because we were all like seriously a little dazed and confused while filming it.
The cast otherwise found Andrews cocky as he built himself up as the next Marlon Brando. Well, Andrews and Brando have one thing in common. Number 2, Reservoir Dogs. Lawrence Tierney. Given this veteran character actor's background playing tough guys, Quentin Tarantino cast him as crime boss Joe Cabot in his debut film.
How about if I'm Mr. Purple? I mean, that sounds good to me. I'll be Mr. Purple.
You're not Mr. Purple. Some guy on some other job is Mr. Purple. You're Mr. Pink.
It soon occurred to Tarantino that Tierney was, in his words, a complete lunatic. Tarantino thus decided to shoot Tierney's scenes first. During production, Tierney was arrested for drunkenly shooting his nephew at home, although he was released to complete filming. Tarantino told The Guardian, "By the end of the week, everybody on set hated Tierney. It wasn't just me."
He also had this thing where you'd be trying to talk to him. Okay, so Lawrence, and then all of a sudden he would just start walking away. All right, right in the middle of your talking.
This hectic week culminated in a fight between the actor and director, driving Tarantino to fire Tierney. In response, the whole set applauded Tarantino.
The crew breaks out into applause.
While Tarantino ultimately got the scenes he needed from Tierney, they never collaborated again.
Kid, how about you? Me and you, we're gonna go out and we're gonna drink and we'll put this all behind us, you know? And I go, no, yeah, I just really feel like going out and drinking.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Cobra Verde, Klaus Kinski. The simultaneously revered and reviled Klaus Kinski was the bane of many film casts, including 5 directed by Werner Herzog. Audiences particularly note Fitzcarraldo for its fraught production, and Herzog receiving an offer from indigenous Amazonian extras to kill the hostile actor.
I want my opera house! I want the opera house! This church remains closed till this town has its opera house!
But Cobra Verde was really the breaking point. Cinematographer Thomas Mach actually quit the project under Kinski's relentless verbal abuse, which extended to just about everyone in the crew and cast. The cruelty had become so uncontrollable, and sometimes physical, that Herzog could no longer justify working with the undeniable talent. The two never collaborated again before Kinski's death in 1991. Although their professional relationship consistently yielded masterpieces, Cobra Verde settled that no one could escape the wrath of Kinski.
So, the reality of your world is nothing more than a rotten caricature of great opera.
Which of these actors would you want to work with the least? Let us know in the comments below.